Hello Sagittarius, I'm Claire Louise Ho from BeHealing.com, and this is a special bonus reading for you. This is your next steps reading, so I'm going to go into your next 3 steps. So it's what the universe wants from you, what it wants you to do next, whether that's inner work or outer work. It's your next 3 steps. And the reason that I'm doing this right now is because I've got a half-price reading sale this weekend, the weekend that I'm publishing this, and it's on my Your Next Steps reading. So that's a personal reading that's 3 pages long, and it goes into your next 5 steps. So what's coming up for you, the next action steps to take, or those next interaction steps to take. Very popular reading, very empowering reading as well. So if you'd like to book in for one of those, I'll put a link up there for it. I get all of my readings out within 24 hours of you booking them. They're 3 pages long, as I just said. So Sagittarius, let's go into your general read. What is your first step? You got to go within and forgive yourself. So a bit of unrest in your energy field, Sagittarius. Not happy with yourself, not happy with your life. First step is to go within and forgive yourself. It's to go within and feel better about yourself within yourself. So it's the way you're looking at yourself. If you're putting yourself down, if you're criticizing yourself, if you're feeling bad about yourself in any way, if you don't think you're good enough, if you think you've done something wrong, you've got the guilt, or you're feeling bad, you're feeling shame, any of that kind of stuff, it's foundational. How you feel about yourself, it's foundational to the whole of your life and what you're going to do. Someone that doesn't feel good about themselves can't do anything good. They can't do relationships well, they can't do their work well, can't do anything well. Someone that loves themselves, that feels really good about themselves, can do all kinds of things, can manifest all kinds of things too. So this is your foundational step, Sagittarius. You've got to start feeling better about yourself. It requires self-forgiveness. So anything that you're feeling guilty about, or shame about, feeling bad about in any way, it's all about how you're feeling about yourself. So let yourself off the hook. Be a bit more gentle with yourself. Chances are you wouldn't be so hard on someone else, on anyone else. You'd be more loving towards them. So it's time for you to be more loving towards yourself, Sagittarius. So maybe it would be good for you to meditate, just to listen to what your head's saying. You know, when we go into meditation, it's not that our mind shuts up, it's that we become aware of it and we can listen to it. And when we listen to our mind, it can be really shocking because it says some horrible things to us. But you've got to become aware of that. You've got to become aware of what your mind is saying to yourself, that little devil on your shoulder that's putting you down. It's telling you that you're not enough. It's telling you that there's something wrong with you. It's telling you that you should feel bad for what you've done. Got to listen to that, to shine the light of awareness on it, right? Things can't hide when we're aware of them. And your first step is to become aware of what's going on inside of you. And I'm hearing for some of you Sagittarius, you have an aversion to meditation. You might be telling yourself stories like, you can't do it, it's not easy for you, it's too hard, you can't do it. I knew a Sagittarius that wouldn't even sit for meditation because he said that his legs weren't flexible enough. As if meditation's got anything to do with your legs. There could be all kinds of excuses, is my point. There could be all kinds of excuses that you're making not to meditate, but the real aversion is to your ego. Your ego wants to be protected. It doesn't want to be revealed. It doesn't want you to do that. You know, it's a fear. Scared of facing your ego, scared of that release. But it's foundational. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. If you want change in your life, Sagittarius, you've got to do it. This is your first step. Going within and forgiving yourself. Going within and feeling better about yourself. Meditation is key for that because you've got to become aware of that voice. That bad voice inside of you. Okay, step 2, Sagittarius. What's step 2? Got warmth and talk to somebody. Right. So step 2 is, once you've done step 1 and you're feeling better about yourself, you're not going to be so frosty toward other people. As I said, anyone that isn't loving themselves, that doesn't feel good about themselves, they can't do anything very good at all, including loving other people, dealing with other people, manifesting anything, their work, whatever it is. You can't do anything good. And this is saying like you're not dealing with people very well because of the way that you're feeling about yourself. So step 2 is, once you've sorted that out somewhat, or faced it, gone within, forgiven yourself somewhat, so you're feeling better about yourself, which is, it's an ongoing process, you know. Don't wait for step 2 until you're like 100% good with yourself, because you know that's not going to happen. You're never going to feel 100%. None of us ever do. So step 2, don't hold back on it, but warmth and talk to someone. So when you're feeling better about yourself, you're going to be feeling better about other people. And what I mean by that is, when you're judging yourself, you're going to judge other people too. You can't be easygoing with other people until you're easygoing with yourself. You're going to be real strict with them. So if you're hard on yourself, you're going to be hard on other people too. And this is saying, this is what you've been doing, Sagittarius. You treat people as you're treating yourself. You have the same expectations of them, the same judgments, that kind of thing. And so step 2 is like opening your heart, being warmer when you talk to someone, being, yeah, feeling better about yourself, so that you're more open-hearted. So you're like, I'm frosty. I'm that's the word that came to me first of all, is frosty. It's like you've got this frosty way of being, maybe a serious way of being with other people. It's not open-hearted. It's not open-hearted because you're not feeling good about yourself yet, but you will after step 1. After doing some of that step 1 work, you will. And so might be good, while you're doing step 1, to keep to yourself a bit more. Maybe you don't engage with other people because you've got this frostiness, and that's going to disappear once you've done more of step 1. Once you've done more step 1, and then you'll come to a point where you'll just be happier in yourself, and so you'll be able to deal with other people better. You'll be warmer, more open, more loving toward people because you're more loving toward yourself, right? Step 3. What's your step 3, Sagittarius? I like this. So step 1 is being more loving to yourself, right? Step 2, being more loving to other people. Step 3, softening and opening, which step 1 and step 2 have done, softened you and opened you to I am limitless. So Sagittarius, if you've been feeling limitations like a glass ceiling, what you've been asking for hasn't been coming, you feel limited in some way, maybe like you're going for a promotion, you're not getting it, or you're trying to expand your business and it's not happening. You're wanting more money and it's not happening. There just seems to be a limit. You just seem to get what you want, or what you need all the time rather than what you want. But if you're experiencing limitations like that, this is the key to it, this step 1 and step 2, because your third step is softening and opening your limitations. And so what I mean by that is, step 1 and step 2 have caused you to place limitations on yourself, right? Because you can't let good stuff in when you're feeling bad about yourself. You can't let good stuff in when you're being horrible to other people or frosty to other people. And so when you've had experience of that, of those limitations, of what that step 1 and step 2 have done, then you get a belief in those limitations. Yeah. And so step 3 is about releasing your belief in those limitations. They were just an aspect of you feeling bad about yourself. They were just a manifestation of you being frosty toward other people because you feel bad about yourself. And so soften and open to those limitations being released. So suspend belief in those limitations, because when you've done step 1 and step 2, your energy will have changed and you can break free of those limitations. But you can't break free of those limitations if you're still believing in those limitations. So your past experience has caused you to believe that that is just the way that the world is. Yeah, you got to suspend that belief in order to break free of your limitations. There you go. It sounds good to me. Does it sound good to you, Sagittarius? If it does, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of that? I love hearing from you. And if you'd like a personal Your Next Steps reading, then there'll be a link right there to book around there, to book in for one of those. As I said, I get those out within 24 hours of you booking them. It's half price this weekend, 60 Australian dollars. Have an amazing weekend, Sagittarius, and I'll see you next time. Bye.